Hey YouTube, it is the holiday part 2 event, so I cannot wait to see what costume Pokemon we are going to get this time around. Let's look at it. Sunday, December 22nd, so tomorrow to Friday, December 27th. So I'm sure most people are going to be doing Community Day tomorrow, but you got Monday through Friday to grind this event if you like. 2 times XP for catching Pokemon, 50% more XP for raiding, 12 days of daily adventure incense. So from Christmas, Wednesday, December 25th to Sunday, January 5th, so 12 days, yeah, okay. Daily incense will last twice as long. Happy adventuring trainers. Don't tell me what to do. Yes, so that is actually pretty good, especially if you're looking for your like Galarian birds, is what I think the main reason people use the daily incense. Or if you're like more rural and you want to go out for a walk for an hour, I guess more. No, it's an hour now. So yeah, this is a pretty good benefit, honestly, even though I make fun of them. New costume Pokemon will appear during this week. Okay, yeah. Wooloo wearing holiday attire and Double wearing holiday attire. Okay, if you're lucky, you may even get a shiny Wooloo. Okay, and then Rattata, Wild Encounters. Rattata, Murkrow, Galarian Zigzagoon, Blitzel, Vanillite, Tynamo, and Wooloo. And Absol. We'll do the GBL for a couple of those. Raids. For the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter shiny Toddle? If you're lucky, you'll have an increased chance to get it in raids. Oh, what are the odds that it's raid locked? 1 star, a Vulpix, Galarian Darumaka, Litwick, Total. 3 star, Snorlax, Banette, Zebstrika, Taucannon. What is a Taucannon? TOU Cannon. Have I seen this Pokemon? Or have I just like not evolved Pokemon to not know what this is? Oh. Toucannon. Like a toucan. Toucannon. I just have not evolved the Pokemon. Got it. Giratina altered form. Okay, altered form Giratina. Maybe the first thing that I'm going to actually raid in a while. And then incense encounters. Different Pokemon on different days, but it looks mostly like the ones that we've talked about above. Snorlax, Blitzel, Yamask, Lampent, and Wooloo. And then Togetic, Galarian Zigzagoon, Fungus, Furfrou. I guess they're a little different. Paid research, avatar collection challenges, Pokemon Showcase, and Ultra Box. So it's great that they always keep those towards the bottom so I can just skip over them. Okay, so what do we have here? So Double's an interesting one in the Great League and the Ultra League because it did not get hit with the counter nerf. So Double Kick's still the same, but it did get hit with the Body Slam nerf, and that kind of really lowered it in the rankings. So you can see in the Great League it's down to 192. Ultra League it maybe 250. That's unfortunate. I think there's just the problem is with this Pokemon when you nerfed Body Slam and you buffed Rollout and other things on other normal type Pokemon, it just makes the other normal type Pokemon better, right? So when you organize, let's just go to the Great League and you organize by normal, there's just so many good normal Pokemon in this meta. Diggersby, Dunsparce, Licky, Wigglytuff, Miltank. You can even get a little like cheeky with like Oranguru and Bibarel, Greedent, and then your Eradicate is half normal, half dark, and then you're already down here to double. So unfortunately, Wooloo, with the Body Slam nerf, it has hurt it substantially. So it's not one of the, like before, I'd be like, yeah, definitely get a double. Double is a great safe swap. But now with the Body Slam nerf, it's not as strong as you would want it to be. Rattata. If you have been around on this channel for a while, you will know that like once a season, I break out Rattata, wow, holy words, Raticate, and just dominate with it. And I think even though it's ranked quite low, I think it's like a really interesting one because you have generally like an okay-ish attack move. Quick attacks, more quick charging than damage, but then you have like a nice stab crunch, and then you can get like a stab whatever. Hyper Fang return would probably be better. Like get that stab return, 2.23 damage per energy. And then because there's some fighters you got to worry about, but you pick up some nice wins here, especially like the ghost Pokemon, anything that has a ghost move, or stuff that can only throw like dark moves at you, like crunch and stuff like that. And you pick up like some neutral matchups like Superior, Toxapex, Quagsire. Like these are good. Marowak, Dunsparce. These are good neutral wins, right? And even some of your losses are just sort of like, even against a Azumarill, as a fairy is like 439, so it's not even a bad loss. Obviously, fighters are a problem. So fighters are going to kill anything with a fighting type move because you're double weak to fighting. So super fire, close combat, counter, yada yada. That's going to kill you. Fairies are going to kill you, right? So those are the obvious losses. And then Ariados, bug, you're also weak to bugs, so you're going to have some bug issues. But I really like using it. It's not one that you like need to go get, but it's one that I've always had strengths with. Unfortunately, on this list, again, Obstagoon got hit with the nerf, the counter nerf, and it has become irrelevant, especially with Pangoro, right? There's really no reason to use a nerfed counter versus Karate Chop, right? Let me just put the two up on here and show you what I mean here. There's no reason using a nerfed counter where you could use a nerfed non-stab counter, because Obstagoon is normal dark. So a nerf non-stab counter versus Karate Chop, which is one of the best charge moves in the game. And then you both have Night Slash. And then you have a non-stab cross chop versus a stab close combat. Right? So it's night and day between these two. So unless Obstagoon gets into like a limited meta as a normal typing, like that's kind of where it has play. If you get in like if the fighter is not one of the main things and it gets in as like dark or normal typing, then being able to hit counter, like some people have mentioned this past week that they're using Obstagoon in the little cup because you can like just counter through some stuff. So it does have some sneaky play, but unfortunately it's mostly nerfed. A Vulpix, again, the problem with raids is you're not going to get a good IV one, but in the Great League 117, you can also run it as a charm user. I mean, most charm users are just, pretty much the only charm user right now is Wiggly. So A Ninetales has that benefit of being able to run as a Powder Snow user or charm user. I think the recommended moveset is Powder Snow just of how many ground are in the top, right? Clodsire, Marowak, all those ground Pokemon in the top. So having a Ninetales has some play. I haven't seen a ton of it. Ultra League, it is ranked 82, so a little higher there, which makes sense. There's more like dragons and stuff in the Ultra League. I think one of the main reasons you're not seeing it so much here is because there's probably better ice typings that don't take super effective from all the poisons there are as well, right? Yeah, like Sandslash, Aurorus, Walrein, Dugong. So these are all Pokemon with the ice type moves that don't need to worry about all the poisons that are in this meta as well. So that's sort of the why Ninetales has fallen a little bit. And yeah, unfortunately, Giratina. So Giratina is still absolutely dominant in the Ultra League. If you do not have one, you do not need good IVs for it, right? I always say like, oh, it sucks raid IVs aren't good. You don't really need good IVs for Giratina in the Ultra League. I've used mine, which is just like a 10 or 11 attack, and I have done fine with it since I've been using it. It is such a strong Pokemon. It's just generally safe. Even now there's more normal typings and stuff. It causes a bit of problems and darks. Giratina is just still so strong. So Ultra League, rank 6 as the altered. Master League is still ranked high, but I think it's kind of like an overrated. Yeah, it's ranked 10, but I think it's like kind of like an overrated ranking in my opinion. But yeah, still 10 in the Master League and 6 in the Ultra League. So definitely something to look at grinding out here. Like I said, this is one of the first ones that I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But I will talk about, let's just save that for the other video. Maybe some Togetic on the Incense, has some niche play in the Great League. Again, it has more play when it comes to like limited cups, so rank 56. Flying Fairy, kind of like a nice typing for the Great League. So 56 is actually quite not a bad ranking, but I think it plays better in limited cups. And I think that's it. Something I'll touch on. First, I am happy Giratina Ultra Form is back. I don't know how many I'll do, but I think that it is a great Pokemon for Ultra League and some Master League, but mostly Ultra League. Someone, Pogo Central or something on Twitter, said there have been 56 legendary Pokemon in raids, 36 unique ones, and only one new in 2024. I'll bring it up when I talk about my year-end wrap-up. I'm going to do a huge year-end wrap-up video. But that was just like, when we're talking about the boredom of the game and the innovation of the game, like, that statistic was, it made sense, but it was mind-boggling. Like, you only have one new legendary raid in all of 2024, Necrozma, and the rest were just like rehashed stuff that we've seen 5, 6, 7 times. Maybe some of the Origin Forms, Dialga and Palkia that we just saw for the first time last year at the last year's Go Fest. But yeah, it was shocking, but it's not shocking because I was like, we talked about this at the Toronto Regional, that a few of us did not get the Master Ball research because it was some like ridiculous raid amount that you needed to do. And we were all saying like, do 50 in a season. We don't do like 50 in a year. We don't do like 20 in a year. And I think that's like the feeling with a lot of people who have been around this game for a while. It's like, we don't need to do these raids. Like, I'm excited for Giratina Altered. Mostly just to get the XL candies. I already have one for Ultra League, so I don't need one for Ultra League, but like maybe just to build them up for like Master League, maybe one day. But the Giratina Altered form has been back in raids probably, if I'm being conservative, 8 times since 2016 or 2018 that I've been playing. At least 8 times that I've seen it. But yeah, it just comes back so like multiple times per year, every single year. So there will be people that look at this and say like, nope, I've got my shiny, I've got the XLs, I've got all everything I need. I don't need to raid this thing. So yeah, again, it's the 26th, so maybe people will be busy with between the Christmas and New Year's window anyways. But that is it. Thanks for watching. Got some more little cups coming tomorrow, so check those out. And I will see you guys in the next one.